Hello and welcome to another Fresh Off the Stills. It's day 5 in the network of independent critics' house. I can't do a Newcastle accent, I'm going to try. But yes, I'm here. You haven't seen me for a while, and that I must apologise for. I've been very naughty in writing up my reviews and not doing videos instead. Slap on the wrist. It's been a bit of a manic few days. Of course, this is my first ever Edinburgh Fringe, and I'm just so overwhelmed. Gloriously overwhelmed, but overwhelmed nonetheless. So anyway, this Fresh Off the Stalls is going to be a bit of a whistle stop, because I need to fit in three shows, which I haven't done videos for. So to help that along, I've got some music. Let me get that, let's see, so... I hope you can hear that. Very jaunty. Gets me in the mood. If you can't hear it, I'm just acting slightly more normally than I usually do in these videos. Anyway, so... Oh, I like this. Anyway, first up is Bourgeois and Maurice, How to Save the World Without Really Trying. I absolutely love Bourgeois and Maurice, and I was so excited seeing them, and they did not disappoint. They were absolutely fantastic. I don't know any other sort of cabaret act that can ride the wave of the zeitgeist like they do whilst constantly stabbing it in the back. It is some of the most manic and wonderful sardonism you're ever going to come across. They really get right into the still beating heart of modern issues and modern sensibilities and just tears it to shred with some absolutely amazing songs. It is, I might go as far as saying this might be their best show yet. And even if some people will disagree, it's still an amazing show. There was a woman sat next to me who'd never seen before, and she was just bowled over. They were absolutely fantastic. Go and see this one. After a bit of a break, as they say, as they've said, they're back. And it's just amazing. 5 stars, easily 5 stars, easily one of the best shows of the Fringe. So yes, that's Bourgeois and Maurice, How to Save the World Without Really Trying. One of my absolute highlights. Then I went off to see, Sweatshop. Oh look, it's cabaret. It's sexy late night cabaret. So Sweatshop is brought to you by the guys who did briefs, and you can check out my several gushings over briefs on my website and on my videos. And what this is it's basically a variety act that condenses several parts of the Fringe that are going on. So we have Betty Grumble the Sex Clown, Jared Dewey, Hot Brown Honey, Brett Rosengarten, and someone from Briefs. They've all come together to put on kind of one of the wonderful sort of types of variety shows. It's hedonistic, it's super sexy, but it's also surprisingly subversive, especially when you've got Betty Grumble involved. There's this whole kind of really sort of turning objectification into something that's very dark, very scathing, and also just crazy to watch. I'm not going to give much away. I have to say that Brett Rosengreen is possibly the most beautiful man I have ever seen. But yeah, there's Frisky, Lady Fitz Frisky as well, leading the charge of the evening, is just on form as she always is. Her voice is just absolutely stunning. Her presence is like nothing else. And it's also got some of the best aerial acrobatics you'll see during your time here in Edinburgh, especially with the guy from Briefs, his thing with the 2 curtains, as I like to call them, just drawn together. Whilst Frisky was singing an amazing ballad version of Wham's Gold, it was an astonishing moment. It looked visually fantastic. It sounded utterly amazing, and everyone else with Betty Grumble was just something else. Brett Rosengarten, as I said, I'm so glad I took a spare pair of underwear with me. Yeah, it's if you want to try and condense the essence of cabaret on the Edinburgh Fringe into sort of 1 hour, this is pretty much it, and it's an absolute hoot. So I would certainly, I'd also give that 5 stars. And the music stopped. Oh, that's a shame. Should I start it up again? Okay, let's put music on. Oh, different key. We had a key change and I didn't notice. Anyway, so yes, 5 stars to Sweatshop. An absolute hoot of a show, well, I wouldn't say a bit political. It is subversively political and bold, gritty, and just insane. Last show, whilst the music keeps going on, jaunty, 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 la la la, do 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 do, cha. I should be on the Fringe. No. Anyway, so the last thing I saw was last night was Royal Vauxhall, which is a musical written by Desmond O'Connor, who in his right is an absolute legend and is fantastic, about the rumoured night out a night out at the RVT between three friends, which just happened to be Kenny Everett, Princess Diana, and Freddie Mercury at the RVT. So this musical is basically entertaining that rumour and putting it through as a piece of entertainment, and it's really bloody fantastic. I mean, Desmond O'Connor's songs are really smart and humorous. That's what he does. He's absolutely brilliant at those sort of songs. Interestingly, a surprising amount of kind of poignant pathos at some points. I mean, this is Freddie Mercury had already found out he was HIV positive. Kenny Everett was just about to. Diana was just about to divorce Charles. As well as being a whole load of frivolous fun, very funny, very campy, very catty. It does actually make you stop and think and feel a little, which is something not quite expected. We've got Sarah Louise Young playing Lady Di, who is just fantastic. She's one of the best cabaret performers working. You've got Matthew Jones, I can't remember his full name. Yeah, Matthew Jones, who is the other half of Frisky and Mannish. Oh, I got Frisky and Mannish in one review, even though they're doing two completely separate shows this year. It's absolutely brilliant at Freddie. I didn't recognise him until afterwards. It's like, oh god, it's Mannish. He's still fantastic. And also, I really loved Tom Giles as Kenny Everett. All of them are just brilliant cabaret workers. They are lively. The interaction of the audience really makes the show. It just makes it feel great, and it's just all brilliant performers. The only thing about Royal Vauxhall is that, so it's because it's the Fringe. It's actually done in a lecture hall, so it's an actual lecture theatre. And it's a show that, of course, was first developed at the actual Royal Vauxhall Tavern. And it's a show that feels like it should be in a place like the Royal Vauxhall Tavern. I think something like an actual lecture theatre just feels a bit too static and too formal. It's a show that really has a lot of sort of, it has the potential just to explode into marvellousness at any point and go off track and everything. So it's a great show. I just don't think the Fringe is possibly best. And it's not to say it's bad, it's just probably, it feels like it needs to go back to a proper cabaret place like the RVT. I think that's it. That's really the only kind of criticism I have for that. And, you know, as testament to the performers' cabaret prowess, there was huge sound issues last night when I went. But they made it into one massive, glorious joke, ran with it, and it was actually probably better that it did happen, because it just added an entire new level of hilarity and wonderfulness to it. So that was Royal Vauxhall. Also, yeah, the other thing about it is a musical, and I said it's got those bits of pathos, it's got those wonderful cabaret moments, audience participation. Generally, it's a bit difficult, it just feels a bit awkward. It feels like sometimes it wants to be more cabaret, other times it feels like it needs to be more sort of straightforward theatre. So it's a bit of an awkward splicing of genres here, and it feels that, but it doesn't take away, it's just a bit blur. So on that, I'm going to give Royal Vauxhall Tavern, I'm supposed to be the grumpy gay critic, so because of the issues with the atmosphere in the venue and kind of the slight awkwardness of the genre mashing, I'm going to give it a 4, but still absolutely see it. Don't think that just because the other two shows they give it a 5 is like, oh, it's awful by comparison. No, it's still really damn good, and something you absolutely see. As I said in my tweet, it just proves it was the only threesome worth having in the 80s. So yeah, the music is finished as well, so I suppose that's probably a good time to say I need to go, because I've got some other things to do today. I've got some other shows to see. Another very busy day for me. I've somehow got to think, I've also somehow got to think, like, I've got to write some of this stuff up. It's like, just typey. But yes, it's been a wonderful time, and I'm looking forward to my last 2.5 days here in Edinburgh. It's been an absolute hoot. So thank you very much for 5-star Bourgeois and Maurice, 5-star Sweatshop, and 4-star Royal Vauxhall. Royal Vauxhall. It's not the Royal Vauxhall Tavern. It says Royal Vauxhall Tavern. It's called Royal Vauxhall. Yeah, brilliant. I'm off. I've had a shave as well, so I'm getting ready to preen myself up for my final Fringe finale, my final furlong of frivolous and fantastic Fringe theatre that starts with a T. Okay, goodbye.